Welcome to Season 9 of High School Quiz Show Maine, where we're continuing to whittle 16 teams down to 8 for the quarterfinals. Which of today's teams will have their chance? Will it be the Mustangs of Mountain View High School? Or the Red Riots of Orono High School? Find out next on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
Energy fuels more than homes and businesses. It fuels dreams, ideas, and growth. Unitil champions the critical thinkers and team players of tomorrow and is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine, where learning takes center stage. It happens every day. Someone falls for a phishing scam. Cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance is designed to help protect businesses from data breaches, ransomware, and other cyber attacks. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Season 9 of High School Quiz Show Maine. I'm your host, Todd Guttner. The Season 9 qualifying matches roll on as we work our way towards the championship and the $1,000 grand prize. In our sixth match, we have a newcomer taking on a former champion. The Mustangs of Mountain View High School in Thorndike are making their very first appearance on the show, and they're going up against Orono High School, a three-season veteran that has one championship under their belt. Will we have an upset today? Let's see. We'll get things going by meeting the teams. For Mountain View, we have Aiden, Ruben, Julia, and Emily, with alternates Annabelle and Clement, and coached by Kim Widmer. And for Orono, we have Noah, Liam, Anthea, and Peter, with alternate Dom, and coached by Shauna Goodall. The competition has 4 rounds: toss-up round, the head-to-head round, the category round, and the lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Players must wait for me to complete the question, and if one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given a chance to answer. Is everybody ready? All right, here we go. Good luck. Havana is the capital city of what Caribbean island country?
Cuba?
Ruben. Yes, Cuba, correct. Next question. The initials SBA stand for what woman who was a pioneer in the fight for women's suffrage in the 19th century? Anthea.
Susan B. Anthony.
That's correct. What verb that means crush or squeeze is also a noun that can refer to a vegetable such as pumpkin or zucchini? Ruben?
Squash?
That's correct. The top pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Cooper Flagg, who grew up in rural Maine, what team drafted Cooper Flagg? Anthea.
The Mavericks.
The Mavericks. Nice job. Up next, we have a picture question. Take a look at the monitor right over here. What secretive political organization was founded in 1765 to fight taxation by the British government and advance the rights of the colonists? Noah.
The Sons of Liberty?
That is correct. In India, October 2nd is a national holiday celebrating the birthday of what social and political leader of the 20th century? Ruben?
Gandhi?
Gandhi, yes. Quinta Brunson stars as a second-grade teacher in what Emmy-winning TV sitcom? Anthea.
Abbott Elementary.
You nailed it. Because they come from the decomposition of prehistoric organisms, coal, petroleum, and natural gas are typically referred to as what type of fuels? Liam.
Fossil fuels.
Fossil, nice. In 1930, what Republican U.S. president approved the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, which curtailed global trade and worsened the economic effects of the Great Depression? Anthea?
Herbert Hoover.
Yes, nice job. Up next, we have a video question. So again, over to the monitor.
Hi, I'm Aislinn Sarnacki, the host of Borealis on Maine Public Television. And here's my question for you. In April of 2025, the Maine State Legislature voted the Sapala Siberian sled dog to be Maine State what?
It's a little late there, Julia. The official dog of Maine. The father of modern genetics is what 19th century Augustinian monk known for his experiments with pea plants? Liam.
Gregor Mendel.
Yes. A company planning to hire a website developer requires that the candidate be proficient at SEO. In this context, what does SEO stand for? Julia.
Software engineering operations.
That's incorrect. Orono, want to give it a try? Search engine optimization. All right, next question. The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns, novels by Khalid Hosseini, takes place mainly in what country that borders Iran? Noah.
Afghanistan.
That is right. The Manhattan Project was a top-secret U.S. research and development program working on which of these things? Atomic weapons, genetically modified food crops, or public transportation systems? Julia.
Atomic weapons.
That's right. Math question. Get that pencil and paper ready. What is the value of x in the following equation? 4x minus 2 equals 10. Noah.
2.
That's incorrect. Mount View? Go ahead, Aiden.
3.
3 is the right answer. Here's our next question. The 2025 Hunger Games prequel novel, Sunrise on the Reaping, focuses on the teenage years of what character who later coached Katniss and Peeta for the Hunger Games? Aiden.
Hamish Abernathy.
That is the right answer. A catalyst for the U.S. entering World War I was the sinking of what passenger ship on May 7th, 1915? Julia.
Lusitania.
Lusitania is right. From the Chinese words for wind and water, what term refers to the Chinese practice of designing a home's interior to promote spiritual balance and positive energy flow? Go ahead, Noah.
Feng Shui.
That's correct. What almond-shaped structure connected to the limbic system governs the way the brain processes emotions? Go ahead, Noah, again.
The medulla.
That's incorrect. Mount View.
Hippocampus.
The answer is amygdala. Amygdala. All right, which of these things could be considered an edifice, a sledgehammer, a collection of documents, or an old building? Anthea?
A collection of documents.
That's incorrect. Mount View.
An old building.
That's right, Julia, an old building. Sodium, potassium, and the other elements in Group 1 on the periodic table are classified as what type of metals because of the way they react with water? Aiden.
Alkali metals.
That's correct. In what? Oh, that's the end of our first round. Oh, this one's great. Mount View 90, Orono 90. We've got a tie. So don't go anywhere. We'll chat with the players when we get back. Before we go to the head-to-head round, we like to pause and get to know our players with a slightly silly question, which is, if you could interview a historical figure, who would it be and what would you ask? Aiden from Mount View, you go first.
I'd probably interview Napoleon, and I'd probably ask if he had a fair shot.
If he had a fair shot at?
Ruling France.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Ruben, your turn.
I think Don Pedro II, and I would ask how he learned so many languages.
How many did he know?
He was said to have known 14.
Wow.
I don't know how well he knew them, but
what was his primary?
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Brazilian
okay.
emperor. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Julia, your turn.
I would interview Amelia Earhart, and
Oh,
I would
fun.
ask her like what got her into aviation and what she loves about it the most.
Yeah, that would be really cool to interview her. Emily, why don't you wrap it up for Mount View?
I would want to interview Cleopatra, and I would ask her what her career motivations are.
Okay. What? I mean, back then, like, what was her career like?
Well, I know that she's seen as more of like a seducer, but I think she played more behind the scenes with like her mind.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
What she wanted to do.
That'd be interesting too. All right, let's head over to Orono. Noah, you're up.
I'd interview someone who I think is historical to this program, my friend Teddy Dixon Smith. I haven't talked to him in quite a while, but he truly, is the backbone of everything we do here at Orono Quiz Bowl. And I think I'd ask him how he's doing because I haven't talked to him in a while.
Do you know where he is?
He's in Barbados doing some research on cliff faces, if I remember correctly.
Wow. Okay, that would be a cool place to do some research in
Absolutely.
and hang out for a little while. Liam, your turn.
Todd, I think that I would also have to pay homage to another historical Orono Quiz Bowl figure, that being Alan Dixon Smith. And if I could have one question for Alan, I think I would probably ask him about the condition of the North Atlantic hog pit.
North Atlantic hog pit. Where in the North Atlantic is it located?
That's classified.
All right, I won't dig any further then. Anthea.
I think, like Liam, I'm also going to, have to interview
Sure, why not?
Alan Dixon Smith, and I'm going to ask him to teach me to be better at Mario Kart because he's really good at Mario Kart.
Oh, he's a video gamer, huh? Okay. Peter, you don't happen to know this guy, do you?
I would have to agree with Noah in the sense that I would want to interview Teddy Dixon Smith, and I want to know if he has a camera with a 4x zoom lens.
Why would he need a camera with a 4x zoom lens?
You never know.
That's a good point. You don't ever know. All right, folks, the head-to-head round is next, but let's see how well you do with our viewer question of the week.
Hi, I'm Casey Turner from Bangor Savings Bank, and here is your America at 250 viewer question of the week. York, Maine is home to the state's oldest known commercial structure, which is named for what man that became governor of Massachusetts in 1780? The answer is John Hancock. Hancock had a large merchant empire with warehouses up and down the Maine coast. The county and town of Hancock are named for him.
It's time for the head-to-head round. Players alternate facing off one-on-one right here at the desk. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers will cost you 10 points. We have 90 seconds on our game clock. Here we go. kg is an abbreviation for what metric unit?
Kilogram.
Correct. What star of the Terminator movies was governor of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is also right. What river is the longest river in South America?
The Amazon?
Yes. In trigonometry, what function is the reciprocal of secant? So cosine. Warsaw is the capital of which?
Poland.
Poland. Vinegar is a solution of water mixed with what type of acid? Acetic. On Star Trek, what is the name of Mr. Spock's home planet? Vulcan. A pacemaker regulates the rhythm of which organ of the body?
Heart.
Heart is correct over here. The First Shadow is a Tony-winning play based on what Netflix TV series? Stranger Things. British troops set fire to the White House during what 19th century war?
War of 1812.
Yes. Nevermore is the last word of what 1845 poem by Edgar Allan Poe?
Raven?
Yeah. What is the official language of Liberia?
English.
English is right. Which ancient Greek city-state was the primary rival of Athens?
Sparta.
Yes. Hispaniola is an island shared by the Dominican Republic and Haiti is correct. What Confederate general led a famously unsuccessful charge at Gettysburg in 1863?
Lee?
Pickett. Ooh, and that's the end of our head-to-head round. This one's still super close. Mount View 120, Orono 150. The category round is next. Don't go anywhere.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
the Worthington Scholarship Foundation, dedicated to the success of Maine students by providing scholarships and personalized support throughout their college journeys. Learn more at worthingtonscholars.org.
The custodians clean the schools, we drive the buses, we get the fields ready to go. I've learned over the years that becoming involved with MEA makes a big difference. It takes everybody's collective voice to make a change. My name is Jay Nicholson, and I am MEA.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Next up is the category round with the following choices. Feels like physics. G is for government. Pete and repeat. The Giving Tree. graphic depictions, and let's go to Europe. Each team will alternate control of 2 categories. Questions have increasing point values. With each question, they can choose to answer and either gain or lose points. They can skip and neither gain nor lose points. Or once per category, they can toss it and force the other team to answer. Players will have 5 seconds to confer and decide what to do. Mount View, you're barely trailing. Julia, you have control of the board. What's your first category?
Let's go to Europe.
Let's go to Europe. So these will be questions about places you might visit on a trip to Europe. Here's the first one. Las Meninas, a famous painting by Diego Velázquez, is on display at the Prado Museum in which city that is the most populous in Spain?
Madrid.
Madrid is right. Let's go to Europe for 15. Seeing St. Mark's Basilica and sailing on a gondola along the Grand Canal are things that visitors enjoy in which Italian city that's famous for its canals?
Venice.
Venice, yes. Let's go to Europe for 20. Many visitors to France take a tour of the Palace of Versailles, which was home to King Louis XVI and what Austrian Archduchess who was his wife?
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, great job. Let's go to Europe for 25. Which country in Europe offers visitors a chance to ski in Zermatt, cruise on Lake Geneva, and explore the Lindt Chocolate Museum?
Switzerland.
Switzerland is also right. And let's go to Europe for 30, the final one in the category. Visiting the city of Munich and the castles of King Ludwig II would take you to what region that is the largest by area of the 16 federal states of Germany?
Bavaria.
Wow, you guys were good in that. It sounds like a lot of you have gone to Europe before. All right, let's head over to Orono. Noah, you now have control of the board. What's your first category going to be?
We're going to take graphic depictions.
All right, graphic depictions. This category is all about graphic novels. Here's the first one for 10. Artist Art Spiegelman received a Pulitzer Prize for what 2-part survivor's tale, recounting his father's experience during the Holocaust?
Mouse.
Mouse is right. Graphic depictions, 15. Izuku Midoriya is given a superpower and enters a high school where he learns to use it in what Japanese graphic novel series?
Skip.
You want to skip? It is My Hero Academia is the answer. Graphic depictions for 20 now. The graphic novel March is based on the real-life experiences of what former congressman from Georgia, who was the head of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and helped organize the 1963 Civil Rights March on Washington?
John Lewis.
John Lewis is right. Graphic depictions for 25. Raina Telgemeier depicts her long, difficult experience with orthodonture as a teen in what appropriately titled graphic novel published in 2010?
Smile.
Smile, nice job. Here's graphic depictions for 30, the last one. The graphic novel Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi is based on her life growing up during the Islamic Revolution in what country?
Iran.
Iran is correct. All right, we're moving back to Mount View for your second category. Julia, what are you going to have?
We're going to have G for government.
G for government. All of your answers will be political terms beginning with the letter G. Here's the first. Taking its name from a Massachusetts politician from the 19th century, what term beginning with G refers to reorganizing electoral districts to favor one party over another?
Gerrymandering.
Yes. G is for government for 15. Although it originally referred to conditions that prevent road traffic from moving, what G word has been applied to political situations where parties work against each other to prevent legislation from being passed? Julia, what do you want to do?
We're going to skip.
You want to skip? It's gridlock. Gridlock. G is for government for 20 now. Registration programs to encourage people to participate in the electoral process are often referred to as GOTV campaigns. In this context, what do the letters GOTV stand for?
Skip.
You want to skip it? Get out the vote is the answer. G is for government, 25. What 2-word term did Lyndon Johnson use for his legislative agenda, which included passing the Medicare and Medicaid Acts and the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
Skip.
Skip that one. Great Society. And the last one, G is for government for 30. What Russian word meaning openness did Mikhail Gorbachev use for the period in the 1980s when the Soviet Union began a more open communication of news and information and a friendlier relationship with the United States?
Glasnost?
You got it. Nice job. Was that a complete guess?
No, I just remembered it for some reason. I don't know.
You surprised yourself. It's all good. Orono, we head back to you for your second category. Noah, what'll it be?
The Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree. These are questions about things that grow on trees. The first one, coconuts, dates, and acai berries grow on different species of what type of tree?
Palm.
Palm, yes. The Giving Tree, 15. Although some people call them oak nuts, what is the more commonly used name for the nuts of the oak tree, recognizable by their hard outer shell and distinctive nubby cap?
Acorn.
Yes. The Giving Tree, 20. What variety of bright green apple that originated in Australia is named for the woman who propagated the first tree of its kind in the 1860s?
Granny Smith.
Yes. The Giving Tree for 25. The official state pie of Florida is what tart creamy pie made with the juice of a small citrus fruit that grows on trees in South Florida, Mexico, and Central America?
A key lime pie.
That is it. The Giving Tree for 30, the last one. Known for its strong, unpleasant smell, what large tree fruit from Southeast Asia takes its name from a Malay word meaning thorn because of its thorny outer covering?
Durian.
Wow. Yes, you got it. And you swept that category. Nice job, Orono. That is the end of our category round. We have a score of Mount View 260, Orono 335. Everything can change, though, in the lightning round, so sit tight. We'll be right back. Okay, we're heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. Players, you do not have to wait for me to finish the question. You can buzz in at any time, but do not answer until I call your name. You get 20 points for each correct answer. Incorrect answers will cost you 20, and the other team does not get the chance to answer. Our clock is set. Good luck. Here we go. Meredith Grey and Gregory House are TV characters with what profession? Noah.
Doctor.
Yes. In degrees Celsius, what is the boiling point of water? Noah.
100.
Right. Which U.S. state is the birthplace of George Washington and Woodrow Reuben?
Virginia.
Right. Mexico's national flag shows an eagle perched on what? Go ahead, Peter.
Cactus.
Correct. In 2001, Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger launched what free online go ahead, Peter.
Wikipedia.
That is also right. The Mohs scale measures what characteristic? Go ahead, Noah.
Hardness.
Hardness, right. What Egyptian goddess of marriage is the wife of Osiris? You got it in there, Noah.
Isis.
Right. What is the last name of scientists Marie and Pierre?
Curie.
Yeah, Curie is right. The Medici family is most closely linked to Reuben.
Florence.
Right. Miss Hannigan is the villain in what Broadway musical? Aiden.
Annie.
Yes. The four primary forces are electromagnetic, strong nuclear, weak nuclear, and what? Gravity. The Wars of the Roses were fought between the English royal houses of Lancaster and what? Noah?
The French.
Incorrect. York. Who is the only U.S. president to also serve as a Supreme Court justice? Reuben.
William Howard Taft.
That is correct. Abu Simbel is an ancient temple complex in which North African country? Reuben.
Mali.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is Egypt. And our winning team this week is Orono with 455 points. They'll be moving on to the quarterfinals in a few weeks. Mount View, you had 320 points. A lot of points there. Great job. Congratulations to both teams. Be sure to tune in next time as Hebron Academy takes on Oak Hill. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on High School Quiz Show, Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
Energy fuels more than homes and businesses. It fuels dreams, ideas, and growth. Unitil champions the critical thinkers and team players of tomorrow and is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine, where learning takes center stage. Welcome to another edition of New England Survivalists, the game we all get to play. Prepare to win. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance and learn more at the Resource Center at safetyinsurance.com.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.